Hi Mouse, I'm Athina and I'm happy that you are here with me today. Today we are going to know what hidden truths you must face and how you can deal with those truths. This is a little special for the October month, since in our Amino community we are having themed spreads and themes that are spooky and a little bit also shadow worky. I will be doing this reading, and as a help I asked my leader if I could use her spread that she made. This is the spread I'm going to use. It calls In Vino Veritas, in Aqua Sanitas. This is Latin and means that in wine you have the truth and sanity in water. This was thought of because my leader said how it came to, but a man discovered that when someone is drunk because of too much wine, they will be talking the truth. So you always hear the truth about things when you are drunk. So that's why you saw the grapes in the background. And you have only sanity in water or something purifying. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what my leader was explaining again. It was just a few weeks ago that I did this spread for myself. So yeah, and so this is a themed reading to the Halloween. And yeah, this reading will be oracle cards only, because the spread was meant for using oracle cards, so I will be using oracle cards only. And normally when I use oracle cards only, you see all the oracle cards in every group, but this time you will see only one oracle card in every group, and that's for further information at oracle deck that I have on the side. And the oracle cards you see here, they will be only in their representative group. So group number 1, you've got the Moonology oracle cards. This will be your deck that I will be using for the spread. Group 2, you've got the Starseed Oracle. This will be the deck that I will use as well for the spread. And group 3, you've got the Rose Oracle deck that I will be using for the spread. Today I didn't take any crystals with me, so for help to choose a deck, I will be giving you a random card, not only the back. Group 1, you got the full moon in Sagittarius card as a representative card. Look at the bigger picture. Group 2, you've got as a representative card, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. Group 3, as a representative card, you've got the Holy Grail, stop the endless searching, inner quest. So, for you to be able to choose the group, I want you to close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth, so that you can calm down your mind and choose the group based on your intuition. this reading should be timeless, even if you don't watch this in October of 2022. There should be a message for you here. And now I want everyone that chooses their groups with their eyes to open up their eyes and choose the group that you are most drawn to, and everyone that wants to hear a sound, I will be saying the number of the groups so that you can listen to me and you see, or better, you hear the group that speaks most to you. So I will be starting with the Clairaudiant selection. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. I'll repeat. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. You can always pause the video and take as much time as you need and go back to the timestamp that provides all the information that you need. And I will be seeing you at your group. Bye! Hi, group number 1. You chose the Moonology deck, the number 1, or maybe the timestamp provided down below. And this will be your reading. I will show you again the spread. This is the spread I will be using for you today. It is made from the leader of my Athina community server I am in, and let's get started. So, please, Spirit Guide, what hidden truths must group number 1 face? What hidden truths must group 1 face? What hidden truths must group 1 face right now when they are hearing this? What hidden truths must group 1 face? Don't know why maybe it's still the Mercury retrograde. I'm still filming this in Mercury retrograde, so I'm sorry if I'm talking funny. What hidden truths must group 1 face right now when they are tapping into this video? What? Thank you. And the spread also has a shadow card, so I will be taking the shadow card as well. It's the back of the deck energy. Now, messages to help group number 1 deal with those hidden truths. Messages for group number 1 to help them deal with the hidden truths. Please, Spirit Guide, what messages can you give for group number 1 to help them deal with those hidden truths? What messages do you have for group number 1 for them to help deal with those truths? What messages are there to help group number 1 deal with the hidden truths? Please, Spirit, what messages are helpful for group number 1 to deal with those hidden truths? Please. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I will be trying something a bit different. What messages can you give for group number 1 so that they can deal with the hidden truth? Please, Spirit Guides, can you give me? Thank you. And you've also the shadow card, the back of the deck is also part of the spread. So now, beginning with your hidden truths that you must face, you've got the supermoon, the full moon in Virgo, and the full moon in Gemini as the shadow card. So the supermoon. Emotions are running high, and full moon in Virgo, you are enough. The hidden truths that you must face are that currently your feelings are maybe a little bit overwhelming you. They are a little bit stronger than normal. You may feel them that they are a little bit more oh, I had the word but I forgot it as soon as I was trying to say it. You are feeling those emotions more intense than normal. There may be a situation that is causing this emotional turmoil. Whatever you are going through right now, do know that whatever situation has to do with your emotions being overswept, that you are enough. When you are feeling unworthy, or maybe it has to do with feelings of negative self-talk, saying that you are not worthy to have this money, or you're not worthy to have your loving partner, whatever those feelings of unworthiness stem from. As an advice from myself, not from the cards, you can write down the sentence, I feel unworthy because of this and this, and try to think about why you feel that you are unworthy of those things. Did someone say to you that you are not worthy of having it? Did you hear someone say to themselves that they are not worthy to have them, and you've taken their belief as your own? Try to figure out where this belief may stem from while writing down. Always the first thoughts are the ones that are the correct one, and write it down and try to write it an affirmation that says the opposite of what affirmation you had. Let's say that you say that you are not worthy of having good things. You write down, I feel that I'm not worthy of good things because when I was so old, my friends said to me that it's not fair that I have them. I'm not worthy enough of having this thing. It doesn't even have to be something really big. It could be something small, that they say that you are not worthy of having those sweets, just because they are jealous that you have it and they did not. So it may have been this that caused you to think about yourself that way. So you write it down, and then you say that you now analyze from where you have this thought of, and you write down, I am worthy of good things. I'm worthy of having this loving partner. I am worthy of having this amount of money. And try to say this affirmation to yourself. Look at yourself at the mirror. I know it's going to be awkward at first, and you may not believe at this affirmation at first, but trust me, it will work. I did this also, not consistent. I have to be sincere and honest. I didn't do this consistent, but I did try to use affirmations daily, and I see affirmations daily when I'm here in my room. If because I have a vision board with some affirmations on top of it. So I want you to use these affirmations that you came up with for a whole month, or make it 33 days. Say it always to yourself in the morning when you look at the mirror, and in the evening before you go to bed. And see if, and I'm sure that you will start believing it after some time passed. And maybe it is something completely different that I was stating. I'm just reading the general energy here. But whatever answer you are searching for concerning this thing, it will come to you. The right answers will always come to you. You might not even see it at first glance because you may not be aware that this is your answer, but the right answer will be coming to you with this full moon in Gemini. And because it was the shadow card on the back of the deck, most of the time I see it as an energy that we are not seeing in the beginning, but it will take after some time. So now to the messages on how you can deal with it. You've got the full moon in Aries. You've got a lot of full moons. Also, just saying astrology-wise, what I know about the full moon is that the full moon always closes a chapter, a season, and it is also a time where you can release energy. So by having so many full moons, you are ending something and releasing something as well. You've got the waning crescent, time to heal, and the new moon in Libra. We passed through the new moon in Libra when I'm currently filming this already, so maybe something different happens after this full new moon. And you've got, as the shadow comes, new moon in Virgo. So give instead of take. We have both Virgo moons here, so maybe you have a Virgo moon. You can have an Aries moon or a Gemini moon as well, or a Libra moon in your chart if you know astrology and your time of birth and the place of your birth. Yeah, good. So how you can face the hidden truths is, firstly, you are reaching a climax with the full moon in Aries. So how can I say, the thing that kept on coming is now reaching a turning point. So you passed through most of it already, and now you're reaching this turning point, and it will succeed after this. After it goes up, it comes down. So you are reaching the peak right now, and when you are reaching this peak, it is time to heal. So whatever is causing you trouble, you need to do some healing work. It can also be that if you know the situation, what you need healing right now, what limiting beliefs you have right now, what feels unbalanced because of Libra with the balance. There are a lot of ways you can heal from this, through meditations, if this is something you do like to do. I certainly did in 2020 a lot of healing meditations for healing my inner child, forgiving people that's done me harm, and a lot of other things that I don't remember what I did. Also a meditation for self-love. I've done it and it worked for me. You have to do it consistently for it to show results. Most of the time it is advised to do it for like 30 days, but I have to be sincere. I only did the self-love meditation for 30 days, and the other meditations I did as long as I felt that I needed to do it. I somehow knew when I had to stop and do something different, and after most of the part I stopped doing it because I started to read for myself and do some shadow work with my own cards. They would say what I had to do and what not. I am going to fill my glass with water because I need to drink something. Yeah, so if you read oracle cards or tarot for your own, you can use those to help yourself. There are a lot of spreads in the internet for healing the inner child, for healing trust issues and other things that need healing too. So yeah, and of course with the new moon in Libra, you need to find the balance about healing and not healing. Most of the time it is so that people start to heal themselves and they keep going, healing, and they don't stop, because after you've done the healing you need time to rest, because you've put all the energy of pulling out the root of those things, and you need also some time to rest after the healing. And also, of course, you need to find back into the world if you take some time off for yourself to heal and are not back in the world again. So finding this balance. And also for some, because it's stating here in this card that new romantic phase is starting, it may also cause you to find new love in platonic or also in romantic ways. So this is also an open thing that can be there, and your shadow card is give instead of take. I think this means that after you've done this whole work and you are at a better place, you may have the energy, more of the energy to help others when they are needing it right now, and not take energy from others, because sometimes when we go through a hard time, we like to share it with the people we love, that we are going through this and this, and they spend time to care for ourselves. They take time to take care of us in a sense, so other people take care of us. They lend you their shoulders to cry on, and so on and so forth. So you were in a sense taking from them in a way, and now it's your turn to give what you received, as you lending them an ear, you being there for them when they are going through a hard time. And so also by helping others, sometimes you realize what you've been going through in a sense, and how a solution on how it is, or you'll get more aware, like I did in one of the readings while I was talking to a group. I realized something I was constantly saying to myself, and I'm trying to be now more aware of this so that I don't say this stuff anymore to me. But so this is all from the spread. Now I will be using this oracle deck here to get more information or whatever you need to hear right now. Is there more information for group number 1? Anything additional you want to add, Spirit? First card you've got is be honest with yourself. Maybe currently you are lying to yourself about something and you don't want to face the truth, but it's just only hurting yourself. And sometimes you must face the honest truth and come back to reality and see the things of how they are in fact. Is there anything else? Okay, you've got volunteer activities. So maybe you are thinking of doing volunteer work, or this can also be related to this card, give instead of take, that you do some volunteer work to give to others, a helping hand, and not taking anything as payment, because volunteer work, you normally do this for free just because you want to help and be a good person in a sense. But I will be reading the guidebook for this card because I never got this myself. It's in German, so we'll be taking a bit of time to translate it. Where is this card? Emotionen, Elternpflege, ehrenamtliche Tätigkeit, from the guidebook. Okay, the first paragraph is, sometimes doing volunteer work is the best method to take some changes in face of some problems that are heavy on your heart, like you find it sad that there are less people going to places where the elderly are staying at, because sometimes they stay in those houses and they don't get visited by their families, and you know it is sometimes not the best place for the elderly to be, and you find it sad. It's just an example. And so you want to brighten up their day a little bit, so you go and voluntarily go there and ask if you can spend some time with them doing some activities, like if you know how to play the guitar or a keyboard, you can sing and play music for them so that they have a brighter day, or anything other. And also this can also be a new way of researching a career and finding friends that think the same way as yourself. This card encourages you to do some voluntarity work in a sense that makes sense for you and is helpful in some way or another. And don't forget that whatever you give is also something that you will receive. The universe will never go out of it. It is unlimited. Whatever you give is something unlimited, and as well as you will get this back. If you give love, you receive love. What other meanings is giving money to charity, helping people that need help, that are maybe not as well off as you are, doing voluntarity activities in a community. And you can change this word to universe, goddess, spirit, source, energy. You don't have to say God, and you can say ask whatever you believe in, to give how do you say this in English? A task where you are most needed, and you will get this task. This is not for everyone, it's just for those that feel that is something that will be helpful. Any more messages that you want to say to group number 1? Any additional messages for group number 1? Is there anything else you want to add, Spirit? Is there anything? Yes, it is. Yes, there is. It's a better way of saying this. Now, you've got sober, in a sense, being sober, not because of drinking habits or something like this. It can also be just emotional. It's kind of difficult to explain. Let me see, maybe the guidebook can help me out with a sentence so that I can explain it better. You are getting more sensitive and more aware, because if you detox yourself from chemical things like meds, can be something chemical. But don't stop taking meds that are like something that you need to stay alive, please. I mean, like meds in the sense of if you have a lot of headaches, and you take always an aspirin for those headaches, you can stop taking those meds because they are not essential for you to keep to be alive. Like well, in a sense, you are not really alive when you are having a headache, but there are means to relieve those headaches with a holistic approach. Like when I have a headache, I drink lavender tea. You can also what I do is when I have a headache, I take an amethyst and I put it on the place where the pain is coming from for some times, and it will subside with the time. You can even search for someone that does Reiki for helping with your headache, so you don't have to take aspirin. If you are feeling all the time nauseous and you take meds for the nausea, there is also a tea. Ginger and lemon tea is something that I drink when I'm feeling nauseous, and it helps calm the stomach down. So you can even search for do aromatherapy, like smelling lavender for headaches, or smelling ginger and lemon for when you are nauseous. There are so many ways you can deal with something that is not with a holistic approach, so that you don't have to take meds. But if you are, for example, taking meds because you have high blood pressure or cholesterol, or you have a problem with your heart, please don't stop taking them. Maybe search for someone real, a professional that is works with holistics, that know how to deal with them, but don't stop it on your own accord, because this can be pretty dangerous if you stop taking them. Just for so small things that is not where you are risking your life in any means, please. Like for headaches and small things, you can take a holistic approach more. And if you have someone that you know is trustable, maybe they can help you deal with those more severe illnesses. But don't stop taking meds that your life depends on, okay? So, and also not taking drinking alcohol is something that will help. Sweets is also something that you can do a detox on, because too much sugar, moreover industrial sugar, is not good for your health. I am guilty of doing this, so I should take this message also for myself. Yeah. Also, people that are a little bit more on the toxic side and dramas and gossip, you can do a detox and separate yourself from them. So because of this, you will start to get to connect more with your inner self, and also know your true feelings, because you are not dimming those feelings with other substances anymore. And you can focus on your healing and manifestation, because you are more sober in a sense. But sometimes this is something that you can't do alone, so whatever you are dealing with, please search for professional help. I am not a professional, I cannot help you, so please see a therapist, search for a doctor. Whatever you are going to need, there are professionals in those areas that will be glad to help you, and they will know how to help you in a better way than I do, because I am not there to see your situation at all. More meanings is if you are addicted to some behavior of humans, it can be something. If you have problems with codependency, detoxing, you are healing after falling back into it. Let's say you were clean for 3 months and you broke this, and now you are healing again. You are not a failure. This is just a normal process. We always fail at certain amounts, but those failures are what keeps us to go and learn from our failures and try a different approach, and this will lead you to success. Maybe you want to help others gain this sovereignty. Maybe you went through this whole thing about being addicted to certain things, and now you can help, and you are clean for so long, and now you can help other people do the same with the knowledge you've gained, what worked for you, and maybe those methods can help for them. So maybe this is a volunteer work you can do. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, this is with this card. Last is change your thoughts. So maybe you are having a lot of negative self-talk, negative thoughts. You are in this constant chatter of bitterness and ruthlessness, and you are going down this rabbit hole. So changing your thoughts is being aware of those thoughts that you are having, those negative self-thoughts, those thoughts that lead you down this rabbit hole. Be aware of them and say gently to yourself, be gentle to yourself and say, this is not going to happen. I know that I'm stronger. I am not alone. I have help. If you need the help, please go search for help. You are going to pass through this. Everything works out for the best for me, and so on and so forth. So that you know what your brain chatters, and what is intuition is a good example. Your brain chatter is really loud and almost screams as well. Anxiety screams, as well as your brain chatter is really loud and bitter, like this grumpy old man that sometimes you see in films like Scrooge. But you can imagine like those thoughts as the grumpy Scrooge from the beginning of the Christmas film. And your intuition, your guides, whatever, those messages are sweet. They come from an unconditional loving place, and they are not loud. They are like a whisper, and you have really to pay attention to those messages, because they are so quiet. You almost don't pay attention because of the whole chatter, but you can hear them if you pay closely attention to those whispers in your thoughts, and those are the thoughts that will be helping you out. and sometimes you have a thought and afterwards you think, well, that's not going to happen. This is your brain chatter, and the first thought was something from your soul, from your higher self, or from whatever, because it was not loud, but loud, noisy, grumpy you comes afterwards and just crumbles the first thoughts down, and you don't listen to the first thought. That's a whole complicated thing. I hope you understood me what I was trying to say. And at the back of the deck you've got moving, so maybe you are going to move houses, move apartments, move into a different city. It doesn't have to be for everyone, just for the ones that are thinking about moving and have the means to do their moving, of course. And yeah, this was the hidden truths you had to hear and you had to face, and how you can deal with them. I hope it helped you out. I wish you luck in your healing journey. It's not something easy. It's not for everyone that can deal with them, but you have always the means to search for professional help if you know that you can't deal with them alone. So this is everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hi, group number 2. You chose the starseed oracle card, the number 2, or whatever timestamp was down below. This will be your reading, and I will show you again. This is the spread that I will be using in Vino Veritas in Aqua Sanitas for this reading. And let's dive right in. So, what hidden truths need group 2 to face? What hidden truths does group number 2 need to face? What hidden truths does group number 2 need to face? What hidden truths does group number 2 need to face? Please, spirit guides, starseeds, whatever. What hidden truths does group number 2 need to face? What hidden truth does group number 2 need to face? If I ever say a word incorrectly, I'm still in Mercury retrograde. So this peculiar spread also needs the shadow card. The shadow card is, for me, it's the back of the deck energy as help. So yeah, now a message to help group number 2 to deal with this hidden truth. A message for group number 2 to deal with this hidden truth. Okay. And the back of the deck. Oh, this is this one. So now, the hidden truth that you must face is water, your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. And the shadow card you've got is star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Okay, so what I'm getting from the first card, water, your garden, is that you may lack to take care of your body for some time now. You are not giving it the nourishment that it needs. Maybe you are not eating right, not eating healthy enough. There are certain things that are missing in your diet, and your body is in need of those things. Then to take care of your body, you need to be tender with your body. You need to take care of it like it is something precious, because it is the only body in your current life that you have. You will not be able to change your body. So, and it's protecting you. Your body protects your soul that is deep within your heart space. So you need a healthy body to have a healthy soul. Also healthy emotional and mental so now I've got it. Your physical body needs to be healthy so that your emotional body and your mental body can be healthy as well. And this will also affect your spiritual body. Me coming now from the Reiki point of view, so you may also have been working too hard and you are not resting enough. So the truth that you must face right now is that you should take care of your body with eating a healthy diet, not processed food at all. That's not healthy in the slightest way. You need to be tender with your body. Give it the love that it needs, and you need to rest. Because you are going through a transmission and activation. Your light body is currently connecting with something, and so you are being activated, but I will be reading this card out of the deck. It is still a card that is new to me, so I cannot give you the full close up of it. So, star bathing. The stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to being working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the Earth anchors divine cosmic frequency onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may also be interested in a practical practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. So, because you are changing your vibration, you need to take things slow and rest as much as you can, because you will be feeling a bit out of it through this transition. And imagine this card now being at your heart center, because there is a starseed activation. I will be reading it out loud for you and showing it to you. You can then post a video if you want to say it yourself. Or whisper it yourself. I open myself up, receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. As they do, may it heal the earth too. So, and now how can you deal with your hidden truth that you need to rest and that you are being activated. Star family, you're part of a team of souls called in support. First of all, you are not doing this alone. There are a lot of other star seeds and your star family as well, maybe incarnated here on Earth. Not everyone. Some are acting as your guides, like one of my soul family. I believe she is not incarnated here on Earth, but she helps me as a guide. But I still need to get further information from that. Then you have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. You have earth pulsing, pulse of the earth, slow down, time in nature. And the shadow card of this question is deep cellular healing, Aquarius energy, physical and emotional healing. So we have currently two other civilization, Venus and Aquarius, that are here present through the energy of the cards, and of course your soul family that comes from wherever you originally come from. So, star family, you're part of a team of souls called in support. When you think that you can go through this alone, you can ask your guides and your star family to help you out. You don't have to do this all alone. They will gladly help you as long as you ask them, because they can't do anything if they don't have your permission. So give them your permission to let them help you. So they will be sending you the people and your soul family that will be helping you out. Also, how you can face this is through pleasure and joy, make love to life. Just do things that you love, that you feel that gives you really joy and pleasure, not doing things that are letting you do a deep sigh, like, I don't want this, and stop. Do something else that brings you back to this energy of joy and excitement. Do something to bring back life, bring back joy and energy into your life. This will help you through this transmission as well, because if you keep on complaining about stuff, you will bring your vibration that is trying to rise down. So you are making the opposite of what it's currently doing, and so you are blocking it. So for you to let it unfold as best as possible, you need to do things that raise your vibration, and raising your vibration is doing things that you love, that excites you, and try to love again life in a way. What can also be really helpful is going out in nature, going to a lake, to the ocean, to a river, to the forest, to a normal, what is it called in English? A grass field, a flower field, whatever nature is near you, go there, spend some time there. Take it slow, enjoy the view, enjoy being there, and slow down to the pulse of Mother Earth. Earth pulsing is says that if you go to nature, and maybe if you can lay down on earth, on the flower field and a grass field, whatever, and you slow your breath. In some cases, you are able to feel the pulse of Mother Earth, and you can then also try to match her pose with yours, and so you kind of match one in another. And what I think of the back of the deck energy of oracle decks and also tarot decks is that it is something that we may not see. So the activation is something that you are not seeing right now because it is still in the process of unfolding, and you have to do what the cards here are giving you the advice so that it can unfold with as less of a struggle and restriction as possible. And what also is happening that you may not see and that is going to help you through this process is that you are currently at a cellular level, so your cells even are physical and emotionally are receiving healing. So you are going through a deep healing moment, and this is the truth that you need to face right now. That you need to take things down, to ask for support if you can't do all the tasks alone, to bring joy into your life, to slow down and take some time in nature, being in nature. If you have pets, you can even spend time with your pets. They are still connected to nature. We as humans, we are also connected to nature, but most of us forgot that we have this connection even if we are not in nature. And if it's currently not possible to go out in nature because of circumstances, you can even search for nature sounds on YouTube to connect with nature, and be aware that you are always connected to nature. We just have to remember it again, and that you are currently being physical and emotionally healing at a deep level. That's all from this spread, and now I'm going to get us some further information with this deck. Is there anything else you want to add, Spirit, for group number 2? Is there any additional messages you... Okay, apparently a lot. So the first thing is healing the past. So there may be some healing that you need to do from the past right now. It can be anything, like healing your inner child, healing your inner teenager, healing old beliefs that you've taken on from your peers, your parents, society, whatever, and that's not doing you currently any good. It's time to heal. Then you have there will be some changes in your relationship dynamics. It can be for the better, and maybe you will also be more aware of the dynamics in between the relationships that you are having throughout this healing process. Normally you see a relationship dynamics differently after you've done the healing. So this may be an indication of what is going to happen afterwards that you did the healing. And sometimes it's not depending on your situation and with whom you are seeing this change, you can either deepen your relationship, or you will see that the relationship is not doing you any good. This certainly happened to me. After some healing, I realized that there is a relationship in my life that was not doing me any good, and I'm trying as much as I can to not see this person as often as I did in the past, because it's really draining for me. So it can be anything. It can be for the worse or for the better. And even if you see that the relationship is changing and you see that this relationship is not good for you, you should not be that sad, because they were never meant to be with you your whole lifetime. And by them going away and this energy closing off and this chapter being done, it is able to call in for a new relationship that is going to be much more healthier for you. Then you've got remembering. Either you are going to remember something while doing this healing work, like some remember where they come from, civilization-wise. They may remember past life gifts. There are a lot of things that come up with this remember, but I want to see what the guidebook has to say to this, because I never got this card for myself, so don't know what the intention with this card has been or should be. This card is here to advise you to remember the good old memories from your past. So any good old memories that you have that makes you feel happy and joyful, you should call them in again and remember. Remembering this time can make you feel those joy and feelings of happiness again, and help you remember the love that you have, and you are not going to be focusing only on the pain. If you are this is not for everyone. If you are still grieving of the loss of someone, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. This can also be a good thing to help you go through this grief, and be thankful for the time that you had, that you spent with them. You can also bring in those emotions by looking at old photos, and if you have the means to donate to charity or make a celebration to the honor of the ones that passed. When you are going to see this video, I believe that in 2 or 3 weeks, for the Mexicans, it's the El Día de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. It's Samhain for other states, Halloween. Some use those dates to honor and make parties for those that left this realm and are currently in the spirit realm. for you and them to have joy. Like in Mexico, it's really big. They make parties, they go dance, they have music, food, even food for those that are not here anymore. So if you are grieving someone, you can make them their favorite food on the Day of the Dead, Halloween, Samhain, whatever you are, whatever fits your country, because here it is the 1st of November, the Day of the Dead in Switzerland. In Brazil, my mother said that it's the 2nd of November. Whatever fits your current country, you can do this to say to them that you are happy and giving your thanks to them as well. That's also something for some of you, not everyone. If you are getting flashbacks of a trauma, back and back again, of something traumatic that happens or something in the past that happened that makes you feel sad and you can't get out of it, it is advised that you search for a counselor or a healer so that you can do this trauma therapy. I can do this because I'm not a professional, so please search for a professional if this is something that's happening for you. Those person can help you overcome those shadows of the past in a way that is healthy for your growth. Other what is it? Other meanings of this card is contacting a person of your past again. If you are wondering how they are doing, they certainly will be happy to hear something from you. Giving an offer to past loved ones. To take care of your soul's comfort with the help of meditation and work that brings your brain to activate, whatever this means. I'm not even understanding it in German. Friends that are maybe here looking at this and understand German, could you help me? What does auf dein seelisches Wohl mit Hilfe von Meditation und Arbeit achten, die dein Gehirn anregt? Thanks. Through detox and healthy diet focusing and concentrations are going to be better. So, healthy diet again, just stating here. A new workout routine. So maybe you need to do something different as a workout. If you only paid attention to gaining more strength, maybe it is time for you to gain more stamina so that you can because it's not only strength and muscles, you also need a bit of cardio because it does your heart good. Maybe if this is not something for you, you can do yoga. It's also stretching and moving all your body so that all your muscles are getting activated in a sense. Dancing can something. I, for example, do 30 minutes of dancing every day and trying to do some more things, but I'm still trying to understand my new routine and see what works and what does not work, so that I can change my routine as it fits me currently. And your last card is rest. Take a rest. Don't work too hard. It is time for you to slow down. Again, you've got 3 cards saying that you need to rest. The water in your garden, earth posing, and now rest. So I leave it to the cards. You've got the message. Now you need to do what you think is best for you. So this was your reading about those hidden truths that you must face. I hope you like this reading. Take care of yourself and take some rest, please. Don't overwork yourself. And I will be seeing you at my next video. Bye! Hi Group 3, you chose the Rose Oracle, the number 3 or whatever timestamp was in the description. This is going to be your reading. Here again is the spread that I will be using, the In Vino Veritas in Aqua Sanitas spread. And yeah, let's dive right into. So, what hidden truth or truth must Group 3 face? That's a lot of cards. But yeah, you need to face this. So then the shadow card. The shadow card is the back of the deck. For me, the energy of the shadow of the back of the deck card is something that is here, but we are not currently seeing it. It's hidden from us, in a sense, like the hidden truths. Okay. Messages for group number 3 to help deal with those hidden truths. Messages for group number 3 to help them deal with those hidden truths. Please, Spirit, what messages can you give to help group 3 to help them? You've got a lot of cards. So on the back of the energy is this one. So I believe that you are not able to see every card. Let's see. I need to make this somehow a bit different. So like this, and then you've got this like so. Okay, now you should be able to see every card. So. Okay, hidden truths that you must face. You've got codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Then the fertile void in winter. Rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. Healing is happening. You are not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften, and as your back of the deck, have Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Okay, I think there is a theme going on through every group, because group number 2 got also rest, but in a way that is like they really need to rest. They got 3 cards saying they need to rest. So let's start with the first card. I may be going to read more of the guidebook with this particular deck, because it's one of a newer deck and I didn't use it that often with myself, so I don't know every card yet. So, codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. What this is saying is that you know what your next step is going to be like. your brain is just saying that you don't know what to do next, but you deep down know what you need to do next, but your brain is saying otherwise. So I'm being reminded of the affirmators deck with clarity, that your mental chatter is a bitter wind. So your mental chatter is really loud and saying that you can't do this, that's not going to work out, blah, 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 blah. It's a mental chatter. You need to take it and put it into the garbage. So that you can listen in to your soul, your higher self, your spirit guides, source, universe, whatever you believe in, to hear what the next step is, because you know deep down you've planned all this before you even came here on earth. You made a plan with your spirit guides to go through all kinds of stuff. The blueprint of everything is deep within you. We just forget about it when we incarnate on earth because it's too much information for a human brain to take. So, but you can tap into this wisdom by paying attention to this little whisper that comes to you, that your mental chatter tries to say, nah, that's not true, that's not going to work out because of that, and that. It's going to work out. Just trust the process. Where is the process thing? Trust the process. So everything you need to know is within you. You have the knowledge and wisdom. You just need to tap into and believe in it and put the mental chatter on pause. So the fertile void is something inner winter, rest, patient potency, secret beginnings. Like nature has its season with spring, summer, autumn, fall, and winter, we humans have this too, meaning that you are currently in your winter phase, and your winter phase is something that happens when you don't feel like doing things. You may be a lot more tired, you don't have those ideas coming in, and it's because the winter phase is for you to rest. Like the plants need to rest as well, so they can bloom in springtime again. We as humans also need our time to rest and not be in this state of, oh God, I have to rest, everyone is going to say I'm lazy, or I can't rest because I have to do this, and this. Make a list of everything you need to do and do the bare minimum that is important to be doing, like paying bills, doing laundry, cleaning your space, and perhaps if you are working a 9 to 5 and 8 to 4 here in Switzerland, or whatever work you are going to do, going to work, but everything that is not important right now, you can put it on hold and take the time to rest. Because if you rest enough, you are going to be able, when your spring season comes again, to get those ideas again that are going to be exciting for you, and you will be having your energy back for you to do all those tasks that you are currently not able to do because you just feel worn out. And also, after winter, spring always comes, a new beginning always comes. Now you are currently ending a chapter, And for the new chapter to start, you need to take some time for yourself to rest. And yeah, maybe some of you are also currently on a healing process, and you feel like that you are broken, and there is nothing broken. And I saw right now up into my vision board a quote from Shannon Alder. I hope I pronounced this correctly. The quote says, "There is no perfection, only beautiful versions of brokenness." So you are not the broken. You are perfectly whole, perfectly imperfectly as you are currently, and just trust the process. It's going to be tough, yes. I'm not going to say that healing is something easy. It is not at all. I've went through it, and I can say it is hard. At first you don't see all those things, and then it comes just one after another, and you start to realize what happens. You are healing and you get exhausted because of your healing, and everything is put in chaos. But after everything, after this chaos, the beautiful path will appear again. It's just a phase, a moment, and it's also safe to soften up. I think it means also to soften up to other people's and trust them again, in a way. And being soft as well with yourself, and being gentle with yourself. You've got a step of the deck, Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. You are returning to yourself, and also returning to the connection with everyone else. And you are going to feel more compassionate and more human in a sense. Also with yourself, you are going to feel more compassion. You are going to be more human in the sense, how does humanity? Yeah, just being human with everyone else and yourself. Which maybe it's something that only exists in German, and I'm just trying to translate it in English, even if it doesn't exist. So, now how can you face with those hidden truths that you are put to face? Healing the motherline, healing ancestral work, motherline, growing up. Health, sureness of the soul, unseen help, support, community. The return, a new story, you decide, alignment, it's coming together. The rose thread, inner car, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. And this back of the deck, you've got come to me, attract like a rose, receive abundance, desires. So you have a lot of healing going on. So your first call is healing the motherline, healing ancestral work, motherline, growing up. There may be some things that are generational work that you need to do, like every generation before you had to deal with this certain thing coming up again and again, and it's for you to break this chain and healing the motherline of those who were before you, your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, all the females that came before you. And it doesn't mean that you need to be female as well. It can be every gender. You heal both sides of the family in a sense, and you are currently asked to heal the motherline first. so that you can grow up and live a life differently from them, so that if you want to have kids as well, so that they don't have to deal with all those things as well. Like the thing that keeps on coming up in my family in both sides is issues with money. The belief that we don't have enough money, and the belief that you need to save money because you need to live frugal and you need to save up a lot of money, and it is okay to save money, but not to be like this focused only on money, because money is not everything on this life. So I had to break off this chain and saying, look, we have enough money. It is total bullshit that we don't have money. And also, yeah, okay, we have to save money, but we also need to spend money so that we can live, because only saving money and not living and doing the things that we want to do is not going to make everyone happy. So I needed to process those things so that I wouldn't have issues with money, and so that I don't give those issues to my future generation, if I will have some, of course. That's something that I cannot say currently. So this will be a lot of work, but you will grow immensely by doing this healing work. It's not going to be easy. If you can't do this alone, do search for a professional help. Do inform yourself on how you can do this. And you have held Cernas of the soul, unseen help, support, community. You may sometimes not see that there is help available to you. Sometimes the help comes from the spirit realm, and you don't know that they are helping you. But there is support and a community that will be help you go through the things that you are going through, whatever this healing is, because you will know what theme comes up in your mother line. And you certainly are not going through this alone, and you can ask for help and support. Find a community that went through the same things, so that you can connect with them and see what helped them, and see if this can help you as well through this healing process. And even just sharing what you're going through is a way of helping yourself as well. It doesn't have to be a method that you need to do. Sharing what you are going through can be something that helps you lift this weight off your shoulders. And because you are ending something, a new something is going to come. You may not see it right now, but a new story, you decide how the story is going to do. You need to align all things that makes sense for you. What I mean with alignment is, you are happy doing this, you are not feeling drained by doing this. If like, let's say it's something, it's a work, and you a work that you like, and you always talk about this work to the others, to your community, with so much joy and excitement. You tell them what happened, and you are just talking and talking, this beautiful, happy emotion, and this means that you are currently aligned with something. When you are not aligned with something, it is draining you. You feel that it's not the right thing for you. You think, I need to do something else. This is not working out for me. It may also be that things are not working out. There are obstacles and things like this that are doing it, like saying, yeah, maybe you need to do this differently, and by doing this differently you may find that everything is going to flow again. And maybe you even don't know how this is going to work out at first, but in the future you will see how the pieces of the puzzle is all coming together, and you will be having this, aha, now I see what I have to do, how this is going to be like. Thread, the rose thread, inner core, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. I believe that with this card, this is indication of you should, you are being called to live a soul led life, to do the what the inner calling is right now, what your innermost self is trying to say that you should do, and you are maybe holding back of it. But I will be reading this particular card. I will be reading. I feel that I need to read this. The rose card, the rose thread here. The rose thread. This is the card of the mystic, the one who is in touch with the depths of the inner world and the inner wavings of the world and beyond, way beyond. They are dedicated to listen to the mysterious voice whispering within, to following their intuition and living in accordance with that, to living by being guided by the rose thread. Following the rose thread means being dedicated to walking the way of the rose, to being in service to humanity and dedicated to writing a new story. It requires courage and faith and willingness to pave a new path. The rose has been a symbol of the mysteries for thousands of years. The rose thread is the invisible path that the mystic follows. It takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call, and those who do so find great reward. This card is a sign that you're being called to follow this initiatory path led by the thread deep within. You may find that you're in a place of great change and are being called to have faith and gather up the courage to take the next step. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It's acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. I'm sorry. Rose transmission. Even when things feel unclear, especially when they do, I trust that I'm always led from within. You can post a video and say this out loud for yourself as well, or you can write it down and use it as an affirmation for you every day through this change and happening that's currently. And as the back of the deck, you have attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Attracting like a rose, in the guidebook, it's explained like the rose can move, it stays at its place, but for the rose to be able to bloom and also to mix itself with other roses, plant-based things, it needs the bees that come from rose to rose to take the nectar, and they take the pollen and they by taking the pollen with them. They are, how it's called in English? Let's consult this to the bird book. I know it's pollination, yeah. For pollination to happen, the rose can't just grow legs and go to the other roses. It's not working. The rose just knows that it's going to attract the bees for them to do the work. And so you also are called to be this rose and attract the abundance and your desire like a rose. Basically, it's saying that you should manifest your desires and your wishes that come from deep within, that is your soul that is trying to manifest, and you will be receiving. Trust it, and you will have it. So now that's everything from this spread. I will be putting them up like this, so you can still see the little words on it. But I'm going to now take the next deck for some more further informations. So please, spirit guides, what additional messages do you have for group number 3? Is there anything else you want to say to group number 3? Is there anything else that group number 3 needs to know right now? Please, spirit guide, is there anything you want to add? Is there anything you want to say for group number 3? Is there anything? These two, I think there are more. Is there anything else you want to add for group number 3? Anything else you want to add into this reading? Anything else that I didn't mention before? Anything else that you want to say to group number 3? 1, 2, 3. This is everything. So your first card is aging with. I remember this card once came up and I had to Google the word, but I forgot it. Sovereignty and volunteer work. So these two cards came also in group number 1. Just saying, and I'm going to Google 50. Age with dignity. So, what does age with dignity mean? Everybody's going to age. Surprise that we don't stay the same. Depending on your age, of course, you may, if you are already a bit older, you may grow some gray hair. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Society does this with society does this that we have to dye our hair and not let our gray hair show up. Or also when we grow older, we get some wrinkles, and again something that society wants, because they want the money, is selling creams against wrinkling so that you don't wrinkle as much. And just let yourself age with dignity. This is part of being human. You will not look the same all the time. It's not something scandalous if you have gray hair and wrinkles. So if you, of course, only if you agree with myself, you don't have to follow this path of society with dyeing your hair and using tons of products for wrinkles. It can also be if you are younger. In Age with Dignity, it can mean that you are on a learning process and you're maturing with every step you are going to take. Yeah. For, I hope there are not minors here, but if there are, your body will change in a way. Your body changed in a way, like when you were a kid you looked like something, and now hitting teenager, puberty, your body is going to change and take the form of an adult. Your body keeps changing, and you should just allow it to change and live with dignity and be proud of who you are, how you are right now. This card is sovereignty, so that's mostly for those that are of age. It doesn't have to be, but and I'm not trying to call you out here, but if you have problems with addiction and drinking all the time as a means to escape something, as a coping mechanism, if you know that this is something bad and you are trying to come out of it, do search for professional help to help you through this process of being sober. Because by being sober, you are going to be able to have more of a clearer mind and understand more of what your inner soul is, what your soul is trying to tell you, and what your inner calling is trying for you to do. This can also be linked with this card here with volunteer work. If you were in this situation that you weren't sober and now you are, you can do volunteer work and help those that are currently in this process as well. Or you don't have to have this experience, but maybe you're being called to do volunteer work to help others that are in need, and this will be helping you as well. But this is just advice from the cards and from your guides that gave the cards to me. You don't have to take this. You know best the decision you need to take. Everything is within you. Everything you know is within you, and just trust whatever this call is. And this is everything that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will be seeing you in my next one. Bye!